welcome to another episode of Story and Things, a podcast where we review stories.
And we talk about things that have to do with the stories, but like sometimes we don't.
Sometimes it just has to do with the world in general.
And just us as people.
Yeah. I'm your host, Yahaira.
And I'm your host, Chelly.
And before we talk about today's watch, we wanted to talk about where we are.
In life.
Yeah, just generally. I feel like since we got a little bit deeper into the podcast, we've been actually setting reading goals for each other.
It's crazy.
I know.
I didn't think, like I knew we would still be filming the podcast, but now that I've like kind of, I have my work life, my social life, and then our podcast life.
Uh-huh.
Now that I have it kind of balanced, I have more time to read personal books.
Yeah.
And it's weird. Oh my gosh.
You haven't like at the moment that we're filming this, you haven't like posted anything though.
No.
Regarding like a personal review.
No,
of
because I
anything you
feel
read.
kind of like nervous doing it without you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you need me. You need me to hold your hand.
Yeah. Can you hold my hand like off screen? So it's just like the screen and my hands on the other side.
And it's like, why is your hand bent
Why is
like
she
that?
shaking? I don't know. It just feels. I can post them, but I
Because
just
I feel like you would.
nervous.
Oh, I feel like your personal reviews would be really interesting to watch.
You think so?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, I'll post them. You gave me courage. But did you see that post I made where it was like whatever number pops on top of my head, that's how many books I'm gonna read this
And
month?
it was really high.
It was 30.
Yeah.
I knew I
How's
wasn't gonna get it.
That going?
Well, it's near the end of the month. I think I'm gonna make it actually. I'm at like 7 right now. I think I'm gonna make it.
I don't think you're gonna
I think I'm
make
gonna
it,
make
bestie. You're gonna read like 5
Well, I mean,
a day. I can't do
in
math.
my defense, a good chunk of my time was watching all these shows that we're gonna talk about.
Okay, so blame me then.
No, I'm not blaming you. It's just, there's so much like things that I consumed, like media I consumed recently, that when I did have the time to read, I was like, okay, I need a break.
I know, but sometimes you just want to read a good like one-shot fanfic, you know? You don't want to
Yeah.
spend that much time in a book.
But also, Summer I Turned Pretty. Oh my God.
Okay, so let's talk about this week's
I'm
watch.
very sweaty. I'm sorry.
You're fine. Which
Okay.
was Summer I Turned Pretty. Sorry, The Summer I Turned Pretty
Yeah,
by
don't get it twisted.
Jenny Han. And we've already experienced one of her stories before.
Wait. Everything we've talked about, we've experienced. Their
No.
past work. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we have.
Yeah, we have. Not
Well,
both of us, but you know what I mean.
You
At least
didn't
one.
experience V. Schwab.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Give me 1 second. But anyway, so yes, we are talking about The Summer I Turned Pretty. And we already did an episode on To All the Boys.
To All the Boys I Loved
And you
Before.
know, to keep the tradition going, we're only talking about the show,
Yes.
not the book.
Yeah. Do you remember that we filmed To All the Boys in three separate episodes?
Yes, of course.
Oh my God. We
I
were
was there.
wild back then. You were there?
I was there the whole time.
Oh gosh. So let's go ahead and start talking about The Summer I Turned Pretty. Before we get into it, I do recommend you watch it. It's on Amazon Prime. And
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. But I recommend you go watch it now before you watch our episode. But if you're not going to watch it, I will give a spoiler-free summary. I tried my best. If it's not great, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
So, The Summer I Turned Pretty is about a girl named Isabel. She is 16 years old, and all of her life she's never been seen as pretty or deemed pretty. Guys don't really think about her that way, mostly Conrad, her family friend she spends every summer with. However, after coming back the next summer, looking stunning, will she finally be able to confess her feelings to her childhood crush?
That's a good summary.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it's very to the point. I
Yeah.
mean, there's a little bit of a love triangle there, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Some can say that. Not everyone would. Thank you. Have you read The Summer I Turned Pretty?
Have I read it?
All of it, yeah.
No.
I haven't either. I was just wondering. Because I have thoughts. THOTS. Thoughts.
She also has bitches too.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
All right. So if you're into childhood Friends to potentially lovers?
Friends to lovers, question mark?
Maybe lovers?
Friends to, do you like me?
Friends to, do you want to walk down the beach with me, maybe?
Can't think of another one.
Then we would recommend this story. Mm-hmm. Now we are at the part of the episode where we're going to guess what the other person would rate this experience. Because Chelly and I, we don't tell each other how we feel about the things that we consume for this podcast.
In order to make it more interesting for the viewers, but also for us.
For us, it's very selfish.
Why don't you guess first?
For you?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that you generally enjoyed this watch. I think that you... Wait, why are you making that face?
I'm not making a face. This is only an audio episode. Sorry.
We're going to blur out your face. So I think that you enjoyed Belly's character along with her... Because this is also kind of a... What is it called? The growing up one?
Coming of age.
Yeah, this is also a coming of age story. So I think you enjoyed that. And I think you liked how she navigated some of her feelings. So I think overall it's a positive experience. And I think you would give it a 4.
Okay. I think that you like this, but I also think that it might have been forgettable for you.
Okay.
Only because we were consuming so many different things. But I'm not sure because you didn't say anything after watching it. You just watched it. No comments at all.
I didn't comment about anything.
I know. But at least with First Kill, you sent me like a few, you know?
Only one because it threw me off.
Okay. But you did not send me anything about this. I feel like it was in and
one
then it's
ear, out the other.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I know that you don't dislike Jenny Han's writing. So I don't know if you dislike this story or not, but I think it was just average. You're probably going to give it like a 3.
Okay.
Or a 2.8.
Okay. Around there.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Right.
I just think it's a little off-putting when teenagers drink.
Yeah, I'd agree.
So I think that probably had something to do with your rating, which I think is a 2.8.
I don't even know what Conrad's age is.
He's going to college.
So is he, what, 17?
Yeah. Okay, good. I thought he was... Okay.
25.
I was scared. Okay.
They never said it, so.
They never do. It's a mystery. It shouldn't be a mystery, but you know.
All right, so why don't we talk about the characters? I mean, so much happens in the show, and we're not going to touch on everything. But let's talk about the characters. Who do you want to start with?
Our main girl, Belly.
Let's talk about Belly. How did you feel about her?
Gosh. First of all, I've never heard anyone call an Isabella Belly.
Yeah.
That is so cute.
It threw me off.
That is so cute.
Cute?
Yeah, you don't think it's cute?
I don't know.
They call me Chelly. Like, it's just a few letters off.
Yeah, but Belly?
Belly. Like jelly bean,
okay.
jelly belly.
Oh, now you got me convinced. Okay,
So Belly, like I said in the summary, she's not deemed as a pretty girl by society until this summer. And every summer, and it's mentioned at the beginning of the show, she goes to visit a family, and it's a mom and 2 brothers, Susanna, Jeremiah, and Conrad. And that's basically her second family because Suzanne is best friends with Belly's mom. And so every summer she goes, but every summer she just looks dorky in the perspective of the book, the way that they perceived her. And she just never had a chance with Conrad, who's the guy that she's been crushing on for such a long time. But this summer, she's coming pretty and she's ready.
Yeah.
Her character throughout the entirety of this was very consistent because she very much cares what other people think of her.
Yeah.
And it kind of sucks too because she's also very romantically driven. She just wants a boyfriend.
I mean, like a teenage girl.
I know, but it like, oh my gosh. I didn't like the bouncing that happened between guys.
Yeah.
But you're right. She is a teenage girl. She just wanted her summer romance.
And plus, you know, she's still trying to figure herself out.
Yeah, she is because she does a lot of things to please other people. But, you know, she is finding herself. And I think by the end of it, she becomes very humble with her views on the world and the perspective on things that happen around her.
Yeah, that she was really into herself, that she didn't realize what was actually going on around her.
That there's things that are deeper than just prioritizing a boy.
Yeah, exactly. And when they started this tradition of meeting up at Cousins Beach, they would go into this house. It was both families, but the husbands were also there.
Yeah.
But in this one,
No husbands.
no husbands in sight. It's just the girls and the
boys.
sons.
Yes. So I really liked her character. I was irritated with a lot of things that she did, but I understood it's because she's growing up. And it's really unfair how, you know, as much as they try to protect her, the other boys, Jeremiah, Conrad, and her brother, Steven. Okay. And her brother, Steven. Oh my gosh, so much shit is thrown at her, and they do not give her a break.
They don't give her any breaks. They do not care about her feelings.
I think it's nice to see a character like that, who's always been so giving, finally stand up for herself. So I did really enjoy her as a character.
I would agree with you. I really liked how her character was consistent through the story. But I also really liked that she was also... This was the first time when she wanted to be like the older kids, right?
Yeah.
Because the boys, like, they're all a little bit older, and she just wanted to be included. And that's just so relatable, honestly, if you have brothers. And so she just wanted to be included. And I just really liked that even though she was either rejected or teased, like, she was still like, you know what, I'm going to do me and I'm going to have fun. Because while she's trying to get close to the boys, because they go to like a bonfire, right? And there's like drinks involved. She meets this other guy, Cameron, shout out. And she just knows that she's going to spend time with him, even if like her brother minds. No matter what her brother says, she's going to spend time with him. I just really liked her journey, even when she did have, you know, some tendencies to be annoying, but, you know, teenage girl.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
If you're a girl.
Thank you.
I did like her character a lot.
Well, how did you feel about her love interest, Conrad? Sorry, her crush, Conrad.
See, well, the thing about Conrad was that it was very mysterious.
Yeah.
You didn't understand why Conrad changed this summer. Because every summer, supposedly, allegedly, he was super sweet, really nice, the nicest out of everyone. But in this summer, he was very cold and brooding, and he was just like not spending time with her that much. It's like he wasn't present.
Yeah.
And he was very into drinking, and he just seemed really depressed, but nobody knew why.
And really into weed, by the way, just to mention, because it was something that he always said he would never do.
Yeah, and Belly would constantly remind him of everything that he would say to her.
Yeah.
And he's like, how do you remember everything?
Yeah.
That's kind of annoying, you know, when people start like throwing things at you that you say. I was a changed person. Okay.
Yeah.
But I overall, by the end of it, I do like Conrad's character. But near the beginning, I was like...
I was not down for him at all.
I wasn't
until the end.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was down for him when I figured out why he was like this. Because I get it.
I think, yes. Okay, yeah, I agree. Because that's near-ish the end. Yeah. Okay, we can get more into that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it more, but there is a reason why he's so moody and he's so because he also wasn't spending time with anyone during this summer, and it was really annoying at the beginning, but honestly I understand like his motivations.
Well, what about his brother Jeremiah,
who was like literally the complete opposite?
Yeah, freaking so sweet. Everyone loves him. He's a very flirty guy. Bisexual
Naturally.
King. Happy Pride Month. Bisexual King.
Well, this is probably not going to be up on Pride Month, but still, happy Pride Month.
I thought he was so great. Near the end, I hate his character. I don't like what he became.
I'm not sure what moment you're thinking of, but I really like his character.
I mean,
generally,
that's good for half of this table. I'm not gonna say which half doesn't like him, but
well, I mean, we already know. You already said it into the mic.
I'm sorry.
I really like his character. I like that they made him bisexual. Apparently, they changed that from the book. But Jenny Han mentioned that it just felt right. You know, it didn't change anything about like how his character was.
Yeah.
She just said like, you know, in today's time, it just made sense. I just really liked how he was so close to Belly.
Yeah.
He was such a good friend to her that when it started to shift a little bit, I was not surprised by it. I was like, okay, wait, I kind of see it. Even before it happened, I was like, okay, wait, this is kind of cute.
I was surprised.
Really?
I was very surprised.
I kind of, well, because he showed that he was interested in her before anything happened.
Yeah.
So it didn't really surprise me. But
I just thought he was being Jeremiah.
yeah, a little flirt.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I'm not a fan of that ship.
Oh, well, anyway. I wasn't done yet, but okay.
I'm sorry.
I still really like his character even by the end of it. But I know she's probably not going to end up with him, and I'm scared for him.
What's going to happen?
I worry about his feelings, okay, because I care about him. Mm-hmm. I mean,
there's other characters in this show, but I recommend you watch the show in order to be more immersed in it.
Yeah, especially you should also watch it because of the friendship between Susanna and Belly's mom.
I thought
they were so cute.
Yeah, I thought that was one of the best things
of the show.
This entire show.
I agree. They were really good.
Okay, so why don't we talk about the boys and the relationship with Belly, but in the order that she ends up with them. Last one being didn't end up with him at all. But why don't we start off with Cam Cameron?
Okay.
We didn't really talk about him because he was just a random person that she had met him at a bonfire.
Yeah, but he was really nice.
He was really nice. Oh gosh, so he basically was a dork, and he was super super sweet to her, and she did really like him, but it was too comfortable. And it made me sad.
It made me sad too because you could tell that there's no way she's ever going to get over her crush on Conrad.
Yeah.
So even though she was enjoying her time with Cameron, once you get too comfortable, she started to realize like, oh, but maybe Conrad does like me though.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something there. But I do like that she handled it, I guess, in a pretty mature way. She just kind of like said it like,
yeah,
you know what, it's not working out between us. And then he handled it really well too.
He did.
He was like, it's someone else, huh?
I got it.
Go ahead and tell me. It's okay.
Is it the avocado sandwich I made you? You can tell me.
Oh, he was so sweet.
He was really sweet. I really wanted them to be together, but I knew they weren't. But I really wanted them to be together.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I couldn't see it between her and Conrad. Yeah, I was like,
me neither. There was
nothing there.
There was nothing. So I was like, okay, first guy didn't work out. And she's like, cross it out the list. Gotta have my summer romance somewhere else.
Thank you. Next.
Okay, so then she is like, okay, Conrad, because that's the guy she likes.
And there were certain things happening between them at this point.
Yeah, because Conrad...
It looked like they almost kissed.
Well, it's because
we're going to.
Okay,
kiss.
wait. Let me build up to that part. Okay. Because during the summer, Belly's birthday falls on during this stay, and they always get her presents. And everyone got her a present except for Conrad, which he allegedly fucking had a present. He had a present and he didn't give it to her. And so later they're having a party and everyone gets drunk, including Belly. And Belly's like, "Tell me the truth. Is that necklace, is that mine? Did you get it for me? You can tell me the truth."
Yeah, because she snooped through his drawer and she found a necklace. It was like an infinity sign, and it just was something that he had told her when they were kids.
Yeah,
about the infinity sign and how it was so cool because it's never ending.
Yep. Who says that about math? First of all, I love math, but I wouldn't say that about math.
There are some nerds out there.
I just love the number 7 so much. It's fucking crazy.
I mean, some people do.
So later when they sober up, Conrad is standing outside and Belly goes over to join him, and it's July 4th. That's what it is. And so they're watching the fireworks, and Conrad mentions that necklace was for you. And she's like, "Why didn't you give it to me then? I was waiting.
Why didn't you hand it to me? You made me think that you forgot about my birthday."
And he's just like, "I don't know. I couldn't."
And it was really sweet because he was like, "I don't think you realize the effect that you have on people."
Yeah.
And that's when they were like about to kiss.
And so
right now, someone was a cock blocker.
Right now it was Conrad, Belly, about to happen, but then like a firework goes in between them.
Not literally.
In between like centimeters away.
No.
Yeah. And
No, it was
in between. It was on the
beside
side.
them.
Enough to scare them. And they didn't see who it was, but
It was Jeremiah.
it was Jeremiah, Conrad's brother, who, by the way, also likes Belly. Mm-hmm. How'd you feel about that reveal?
I wasn't surprised. I said that already.
I was so... Can I say, when that happened, I thought... Because you saw how serious he looked, right?
Oh,
he
like
looked
he was
fucking mad.
He was about to like kill someone.
I thought that he was protective of his brother.
Oh.
So I thought
that would have been kind of cute.
So then when he confesses to Belly when they're in the pool together, it's like, oh my God, it's always been you, Belly. It's always been you. I know I'm a flirt, but I only like you.
I know.
I thought...
It's always been you and these other 30 people behind me.
Because don't you remember that happens? But then before that too, the girl that Conrad is dating during the summer brings up that she wants to go to a festival. And it's like, oh, take Conrad. He'd love to go.
Yeah.
I thought he was doing that in order to keep Conrad and Belly away.
No.
And then him dating Belly.
They already had a moment together.
But then him...
Where it was obvious.
I'm not done.
That Jeremiah liked her.
No,
it was before that.
I know, the beginning, right?
Not the beginning. No, there was just a moment where...
In the car?
I don't remember the exact moment, but there was a moment where Jeremiah was just looking at Belly in a way where I knew immediately, he likes her.
I just thought it was like a brotherly thing. So then when he basically hear me out, I'm not done. When he told her that, like, you know, I have feelings for you, and they kiss, I thought his ulterior motive was, okay, this will keep her distracted so that no one
it
brother.
Was obvious that he liked her. You just were in denial.
No,
you were in denial.
I hated it so much. But the thing is, he was a pretty good guy.
He was a really nice guy.
Yeah.
A lot nicer than Conrad, because Conrad was going through stuff.
Oh my God.
But anyway, my point is that no, I was not surprised. I already saw it coming. Also, he kept trying to hang out with Belly, remember? But then Belly was like, I remember there was a moment where she was like, oh, I have to clean my room.
Yeah.
I can't hang out with you. I have to clean my room. And she was really just like getting ready for Conrad because she was going to like nudge him or something, like bump into him.
Yeah,
they
were the first two to hang out too. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. I can't. It's something about that pairing. I just can't.
Oh, you didn't like him at all?
No. But the thing is, he is really sweet to her. So, like, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
When you can tell she will choose Conrad. Because...
It's always been Conrad.
So, Conrad.
Let's talk about
Conrad.
Yeah.
He is the only boy that she's been crushing on. And, you know, so many romances happening, but the only boy she does not end up with in this season. But...
kind of, not really.
But the thing is, throughout the show, you aren't really set to like him. He's not really in it much.
No.
But when he does start to pop in it, it's because he's helping this writer learn how to sail because he's writing a book about sailing. Mm-hmm. And there's one episode where he has a panic attack. Mm-hmm. And it's very like weird because he's never
experienced it before.
Yeah, and also he's never shown this much emotion at once. So it's a lot. Mm-hmm. And even, by the way, even before his panic attack, hanging out with that guy and doing all the sailing stuff, that was the nicest he had ever been on screen. So it was a little off-putting. Like, is he just being this nice because he's working? Or is he normally like this?
Yeah, because, I mean, everyone kept mentioning, oh, my God, he's different now. He's different. He's changed. But we don't really have an example up until this moment.
Yes. So when he has his panic attack and calms down, he basically tells the author, the guy, that he figured out that his mom has cancer. Mm-hmm. And
he's known for a while, and that's why he's been so recluse.
Yep, because he's avoiding his family, and he doesn't know what to do with these feelings. Mm-hmm. And that changes a lot on how we view these characters. Yeah. I was pro Conrad right when the firework thing happened, when they were about to kiss. I was completely pro Conrad because then he started to become a little nicer at points.
Yeah, and then his mood completely shifted. Even Jeremiah was like, well, you're in a really good mood right now.
Yeah, because if you remember, there's this one ball called the Debutante that Belly's a part of, but Belly was going to text Cam Cameron good morning, but accidentally sent it to Conrad, and he was so happy. And he went to show up to like check on her, and it was so sweet. Like he was like actually, being sweet, making breakfast, being interactive with his family. And then he would have moments where he would get really sad again, but now it was more understandable because we know what he's going through.
Because now we know what he knows. And, by context clues, Jeremiah doesn't know.
Yes.
And Susanna, which is their mom, it wants to keep it to herself. But, of course, her best friend, which is Belly's mom, knows.
Yes. And just to also make sure that everyone understands, Belly does not know what's going on at all. Like all of these layers in this story. So in her mind, everything has to go right at the debutante. She's going with Jeremiah. It's going to be amazing. Her whole summer romance.
Yeah.
Well,
at this point, stuff is already happening between her and Jeremiah.
Yeah. They're basically together.
And then Conrad, at this exact moment, too, he's like, you know what? Now, all of a sudden, I'm going to try with Belly. And he asks her, oh, do you want me to be your escort to the ball? And at first, she's kind of like, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
But then she figures out that it's because Susanna asked him to ask her.
There was more than that, Belly.
Yeah, but she didn't know that. And so she felt very differently about it then. But then she also got mad at him for a different reason.
Yeah, there was just a lot. But there's a lot of boy drama happening. But we reached the end where it's the debutante and she was going to go with Jeremiah. But then Jeremiah notices that his mom hasn't been acting the same. And he's noticed for a while now.
Well, they are there. They're in the ball already and they've done like a dance or two. But yes, keep going. Jeremiah notices that his mom's a little off.
So he decides to take her phone to see if like he can see any clues about why she's acting that way.
How could he?
And he figures out at the debutante ball that his mom has cancer.
Yeah, because he's looking through her emails. And in that exact moment is when they're supposed to have another dance. And so because she doesn't have a partner, Conrad steps up and he's like, I'm here for you, Belly.
Yeah, and they, dance together. And Jeremiah does come back and sees them dance together, but he's so emotionally messed up.
Distraught. Yeah. He's so heartbroken. And he's like, Conrad, we have to talk. There's something wrong with mom. And he's like so heartbroken. And Conrad's kind of like, I know. Whoa, chill, bro. I already knew. Well, he doesn't say it, but you can see it in his face that he knows.
Yes.
And it breaks Jeremiah in half because he's like, how could you have known and not told me? And they get into a fight.
And this whole story, just like this romance that was going on, it just stops there because now everyone knows. And they go home and Belly is with her family and they're sobbing and the boys are sobbing because it's like so much to take in. And Belly has a moment of like, oh man, I made this summer all about me.
But there's like bigger things that were happening that I didn't even realize.
Because this is potentially the Suzanne's last normal summer.
Yeah. Well, it's predicted that it's her last summer.
Yeah.
Because I think she has stage 4 cancer at this point.
And she doesn't want to do
any chemotherapy or any trials or anything.
Yeah.
Because she's already gone through it before and it didn't do anything for her. And it's really sad because her sons are the ones who are begging her to like keep trying because they're like, we don't want to spend, next year or whenever without you. And it's just like really, like, it's a really sad moment.
Yeah, it is really sad. Did you notice too? Because there's more to the end of the story, but when it does reach the end, usually when shows end, they have like the end credit song. There was no music at the end of the show.
Oh, I didn't notice.
So it was kind of eerie because when the show ends and it's the credits, it's just waves. And all you can hear is water and it's kind of like, oh.
Aww.
It's not a happy ending. It's,
this
is life and this is what's happening right now. And that really fucked me up. Like, I was already a mess by the end. I know.
It was such a heartbreaking ending. It like took me out.
Did you know anything about, okay.
No, but I mean, even when they mentioned like the cancer, throughout the whole show, I really didn't think it was going to be like a big deal. I was like, oh, she's going to be fine.
Wait, oh my gosh, I forget her name. What's Belly's mom's name?
I don't remember.
Did she like Suzanne?
Like
Like
romantically?
romantically?
I don't think so. I think they've just been friends for a really long time.
Because don't you remember there's a part where they mention like, oh, you know, it wasn't a relationship between me and you, which is talking about Belly's mom and her ex, but it was me, you, and Suzanne.
But I feel like sometimes best friends are like that though.
Yeah.
Like you just feel like a threesome.
Ingrained. Yeah.
But I mean, if it was like that, that'd be cool. But I didn't get that vibe.
Okay.
I guess it just depends on how everyone perceives it. But
I made a TikTok when I first started watching it. I never posted it. I think I deleted it because it was embarrassing. But I was like, if this like movie or if this show is not about moms getting together, then why am I watching it? Because I thought they were gonna end up together. I wanted them to.
Oh, that would have been cute.
Whatever. But
Then that would have been weird for when Belly.
Yeah,
and,
that's what I was
when
thinking
Belly
too.
and Conrad get together.
When Belly, Conrad, and Jeremiah.
They're also a threesome.
Oh my god, it's a lot.
Yeah, that was really heartbreaking.
Oh my god, did you cry?
Yeah, I was hella crying.
At what point did you start crying?
Let me think.
I started crying as soon as Jeremiah started crying.
When he looked heartbroken, I was heartbroken. I don't remember exactly when, but when they were all like consoling each other, I knew I was already crying. Like I know for a fact that I was already sobbing.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It was so sad.
It was really sad. But to end like the conclusion of the relationships, even though Jeremiah and Belly were kind of sort of a thing by the end.
that took me out because like they didn't have a breakup, quote unquote.
But they never really said what they were.
Yeah, but they were already like kissing and
in a very natural way. Like they were just going on with their days. And you know, I thought there was going to be something to that, but at the very end of the show, she goes to speak to Conrad and it basically apologizes. Yeah. Apologizes for not understanding what he was going through
and the fact that he was carrying all the weight by himself.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're still family at the end of the day, no matter what happens.
Yeah, but Conrad does bring up like, you know, I do want to be with you. But she says that she doesn't want to be there for him in that way. Like she doesn't want to be needed, she wants to be wanted. That's what she says.
Yeah.
And then he goes, I do want you.
Right
and
now, actually.
Do they kiss? They kiss.
They
right?
kiss, yeah.
And then that's how it ends.
Mm-hmm. So are they together?
Is she
we
with
don't know.
both brothers?
I know, because
Oh my god.
it feels like she is right now.
Who are you more on? Like, who do you want her to end up with? We both know who it's gonna be, but who do you want her to end up with?
I would want her to end up with Conrad only because I don't like the idea of her being with Jeremy and then being
Jeremiah.
like, oh my god, I did what the other girl did. Whatever her name is.
The friend. Yeah.
The friend.
Taylor.
Yeah. Sorry. Jeremiah. I don't want her to be with Jeremiah, but then always be like, well, I always had a crush on your brother. That's like weird to me.
Yep.
So
That is
Conrad.
weird. I hope that whatever way Jeremiah and Belly end, I hope it's very mutual. Like that they're okay.
I know.
Because it's gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt.
It hurt with Cam Cameron. And he was nobody. Let's be honest.
Don't call him a nobody. He meant everything to me. I loved him.
I loved him too.
When he stopped showing up, I was like, damn,
What's the point?
He was the light of my life.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. I get it.
Okay, was there anything else in this show, like any moment or anything that you wanted us to talk about?
I really liked, I just wanted to bring it up, but after they revealed that Suzanne had cancer, I really liked that even though it was a lot to take in and everyone was heartbroken, they still had a normal family dinner.
Yeah, I like that too. That was a really good detail.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the show, there's a moment when they are fundraising.
Yeah.
And Belly is really competitive.
Mm-hmm.
And so the point is whoever beats all of the teams gets the most fundraising?
Yes.
Or
all of their money, or no, whoever wins, the money that they raise, they get to choose where it gets donated.
Where it goes, yeah. So at first, Taylor, her best friend, is her partner.
Yes.
But then Taylor pretends to get her because she's team Jeremiah. And so she's like, Jeremiah, take my spot. But then Jeremiah's not that good at volleyball.
Yeah, he's like really bad.
He sucks, actually. Mm-hmm. And so Conrad is like in the sidelines just watching. And Belly is like, I'm so sorry, Jeremiah, but I need you to go
Yep.
and switch spots with Conrad.
I'm surprised he sucks so much, by the way.
I know. Wasn't he doing well in the beginning?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he sucks now?
I know.
Inconsistent. Just saying. But that moment made me really sad for Jeremiah.
I hated the way she spoke to him. Like, come on, Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Come on, Jer. You didn't see that one?
Yeah, but she was so competitive.
I hate that.
But I kind of get it though.
Just a game. It's just a game.
Yeah, but she's competitive.
Oh my God.
No, I hated it too though. It made me uncomfy. I was like, please stop. Don't talk to him like that. He's so nice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Conrad saved the day. How did you feel about that moment when she was playing a game with all of the girls from the debutante ball and Taylor was there? And then the girl who was talking to Conrad saw a text.
And they left him there.
And they left him there, but they had gone skinny dipping. So they were literally all naked in the lake. And then the girl saw the text that Conrad had sent Belly. And they all left them there naked.
That was fucked up.
That was so mean. I would have never forgiven her.
I would have. Did they speak again?
Yes, they did.
I would have never forgiven her.
Belly didn't even get mad about it. She was kind of just like, well,
sorry.
It was
you
on
didn't know
me.
the context.
It was on me. Girl.
I would never speak to someone again.
Who did that? No,
Yeah.
never. You're like, you're just gonna leave me stranded here?
Yeah.
In the middle of nowhere, naked? No, that's so messed up. That's actually evil.
Yep, it is. You know what's one quote that I really liked from this whole show?
What?
When Belly is getting ready, I think for the final debutante ball, and she mentions that like it's really messed up that girls can't see themselves as beautiful until society deems them beautiful. And I'm like, oh, that's a really good quote, but that's sad.
A good one. It was really sad. Anything else?
Any dislikes?
I mean, just the petty, teenage drama stuff. I was so, you know what? I'm going to be honest. And it was near the beginning. I did not like that moment where they were like, belly flop. And they all grabbed her and threw her in the pool. Because I was
it
like.
Cringy?
No, it's not that it was cringy. It was just that I was like, okay, you're going to end up with Conrad, but he's treating you like a brother.
Yep.
I'm really confused right now.
Well, they're all really close.
I know, but it's still
kind of weird.
It's kind of weird.
It is kind of weird. I don't mind it that much. It's whatever. I think overall. Can I talk about my overall?
Yeah, go ahead.
Overall, I think this show was really well put together.
Mm-hmm.
I think I liked it more than To All the Boys.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's saying something because I love Noah Centineo.
Sorry,
Noah. Noah was actually in it. He played an extra who you never saw the face of.
He was a tree in the background.
Allegedly, he was a tree. But I actually did really like this series. Mm-hmm. I'm not a fan of Jeremiah.
Okay.
But I like him. I like him, but I don't want them to end up together. I just hate this freaking brother triangle that's going on. Mm-hmm. I can live without it. Oh, you don't like that either? Okay.
I don't like love triangles when there's siblings involved. Yes.
So overall, though, I did really enjoy watching it. I did post, I think, 2 TikToks of me crying about it.
Even with that, I had no idea what to expect.
I think that I would watch this again. That's how much I liked it. I had issues with the drinking. She's 16.
She was drinking a lot.
She was.
Well, it was
no, she was drinking a lot.
Well, I mean, there was just one major moment.
Yeah.
When it was a lot.
But oh my gosh, she's 16. And I don't know, some families are really loose with what they allow their kids to do. And I guess that's a parenting style, but she did not mind. Mm-hmm. Or the mom did not mind that Belly was drinking, and she's 16.
I mean, some people's parents are like, as long as you're drinking under this house, under this roof.
But she wasn't. Oh, I guess she was, but they told her not to drink.
Yeah.
But then she was like, oh, well, dad's wife let me. And she's just like, oh, fine.
You win.
Like, what? My mom? I'd be out of the house.
Yeah. Even now, my parents aren't comfortable with me drinking. So.
Yep. So overall, though, I think that I would watch this again. I would recommend it to people. And I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5.
Really?
4 out of 5.
I don't even... Is that what I got? Did I guess that?
I think you guessed the 3. 4?
I don't remember. I hope I was right, though. Later, I'll look at it, and maybe I'll be happy, and maybe I'll be sad. I don't know. My overall thoughts is I really had no expectations going into this story. But what I really loved about this story is that it's very relatable in a sense. What I liked was just the idea that the title is The Summer I Turned Pretty. And, it's about Belly and, thinking that the world is all about her.
Yeah.
And I think we can all relate to that as, when we were teenagers, that everything was just about us. But there's bigger things happening in our family around us that sometimes we don't realize until it's a little too late. Mm-hmm. And I just really liked that about this story. I thought it was a great story. I did hate the love triangle because I don't mind love triangles. It's just when it's with siblings. It's so weird. Why does it happen so often? But even with that, I still really loved it. I would read it. And I'm really excited to watch the next seasons. And I honestly am planning on reading it too, like the series. And I don't know if I love it more than To All the Boys. But I love it same level.
Okay.
I would also give it a 4 out of 5.
Dang. It was a good watch.
It was a really good one. It made me really sad.
I know. I love that the last episode didn't have music at the end.
That's a good touch.
Fucking love that. Well, we reached the end of the episode.
No, I'm sad.
Thank you for all of you who are listening to us in audio form, whether it be on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or anywhere you listen to podcasts on. Thank you so much. If you can leave a rating and a review, that would be great. I recommend maybe 5 stars.
Please, that would be really nice. It would mean the world to us.
And if you want to tell your friends, family, loved ones, hated ones about us, that would be really nice too, because the best way to get exposure is through word of mouth. If you're watching us on YouTube, thank you so much. If you can like, comment, and subscribe, let us know how you felt about this, because I don't think I've seen any hate about it.
I don't think so either.
But I would like to see what everyone else is thinking. Mm-hmm. If you can hit that notification bell, that would be really nice, because it really helps with analytics. And I think that's it. When we end our episodes, we usually end on a dice roll. If the dice lands on an even number, we read a positive review off of Goodreads. And if it lands on an odd number, we read a negative review off of Goodreads. We don't say anything after the review. We're just going to leave it like that, leave it in the air. If we made a face, no, we didn't. We have no feelings towards this review.
No, but this is not coming from Goodreads. It's coming from Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, because we watched the show. Yeah. Okay. You have a 6.
Okay.
Positive.
So this is coming from Evelyn C. on Rotten Tomatoes, and they gave it a 5 out of 5. And they wrote, "I'm literally obsessed with the books and this show. It's just as good. Literally made me bawl my eyes in a very good way."
Oh, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next week. Bye. The dogs just start barking as soon as we finish the episode.
I know.
Keep going.
I know. It's not over yet. Talk about the sequel.
Oh my gosh. Oh, they stopped.
Oh my god, I think they
I
stopped.
think it's because we yelled at them.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my god.
No, for me.
Okay, I guess let's film it again.
Okay, apology next.
Our apology? Okay.
Time to wipe off my makeup.
I know.